Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest is a light welterweight contest of 6 3-minute rounds. Introducing it in the blue corner, wearing the yellow trunks from Aberforth in South Wales, Dewi Roberts. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing plain black trunks from Bracknell, Keith Marner. And today's weigh-in, both boxers scale 10 stone 2 pounds. Your timekeeper, Mr. Ray Rice, the referee, Mr. Terry O'Connor.
Well, we continue then after that controversial stoppage win for my lad Dave Fallon with another light welterweight contest. This between two southpaws facing us from Aberforth in South Wales. Dewi Roberts in action against Keith Marner, who's unbeaten in 6, I think, isn't it?
I think it's either 5 or 6, yes.
Yes, I'm sure it's 6.
6.
Good fighter, Keith Marner, 33 years of age though, chasing an area title fight this year.
Yeah, he was a late turning pro.
Dewi Roberts, well, he's only won 3 of his 8, but I tell you what, Ken, he's won them all inside their distance. Hell of a puncher.
Yes, I saw him.
Good shot there by Marner.
Saw him beat Paul Robinson up in Walsall, and he was down in the first round and came up and stopped Robinson in the 6th round.
Very game fighter.
And I think you saw him against Carl Bailey.
I did. In fact, Carl Bailey walked straight onto a Roberts' left hand, went flat on his back, and it was all over. In Bailey's hometown, on his own show. So, Dewi Roberts then used to spoiling the script. But Keith Marner, very smart fighter, turned pro very late, former home counties champion.
Yeah, I saw him outpoint Chris Aston at Acton Town Hall. Nice, smart boxer.
Of course, he made his debut beating Ronnie Shinkwin, who'd been out of action for some time, but actually never lost a second of a round against Shinkwin, who was far more experienced. And really, Keith is regarding this one as a warm-up for the area title confrontation with the holder, Jonathan Thaxton from Norwich. Nice little shot there from Keith. I saw Dewi boxed up against Paul Dyer, and he got his head boxed off. But I tell you what, he really did stick in there. And it takes something a bit special to get rid of Dewi Roberts.
And he is dangerous with that left hook of his. So he's always in with a puncher's chance.
Keith Marner, a deceptively hard puncher, and takes a good wallop. He had a tremendous fight with Dennis Griffin at Watford Town Hall. Brilliant fight. Ooh, nice shot there from Dewi. Just caught Marner on the bridge of the nose, really. And Dewi Roberts, managed by Cass Davis, who's a dead ringer for Tom Jones, isn't he? Not that Tom Jones, of course.
Tom Jones, the milkman.
And Roberts having his moments, but Keith Marner in charge, I'd say.
Nice sharp southpaw jab from Keith Marner.
Oh, nice left hook there from Dewi. Good shot. That's the one he's famous for, isn't it?
It's the one that could possibly bring him a stoppage win.
Nice 3-punch combination from Marner. Then gets back behind the jab. Oh, and again, lovely left hook there from Roberts. And I tell you what, Keith knows he's been hit, doesn't he?
Good opening round. I think you've got to give it to Keith Marner, but Dewi Roberts had his moments.
Yeah, he did. Been pitched in a bit above his head, I think, Dewi, up to now, hasn't he?
Possibly, yes. He's been fighting all over the country, up in Glasgow, Midlands, down here.
And once again, once again a late substitute, and standing in for Marner's original opponent from Nottingham, John O'Johnson, who just flatly refused to fight.
They fought before.
Yeah, close fight. Anyway, Keith Marner with Jim Evans and Billy Ball. He's from Bracknell, down in Berkshire, and I believe he's a traveller. So round 2 coming up. Referee for this one, Terry O'Connor. from the Midlands, in fact the former Midlands area heavyweight champion. Still trying to get down to heavyweight, isn't he? Oh, look at that nice combination from Marner at the start of the round.
I think he's trying to get down to super heavyweight.
Yes. In fact, Terry O'Connor wasn't a bad fighter. He beat the former European champion, Alfredo Evangelista. No, drew with him. I do apologise. He drew with him in Spain.
He did. It was probably the best result in his career.
And of course, Evangelista then fought. Was it Larry Holmes? Yes, it was for the
He
world
did fight
heavyweight
Larry
title.
Holmes, yeah.
What a dramatic knockout that was.
And did he not fight the Liverpool Billy Aird?
He did, didn't he? And Keith Marner's really got oh, lovely left hand there from Dowie again.
Yeah,
oh,
that's the punch to watch from Dowie Roberts.
And Marner came back there with some lovely left hand work of his own. Oh, and
nice
once
little
again,
body
Roberts
shot.
cracks him. Good match this, Ken, I'd say.
Yeah, the matchmaker's got to be congratulated for this one.
Thank you. Yes, it is a good fight. Good close stuff, this. And as you said, Ken, he's always going to be in with the puncher's chances, Dowie. Marner, nice, intelligent fighter. Roberts, dour, isn't he?
Dour is the word.
Well, even that. It is in Scotland, Ken.
It is a Scottish word, actually.
They never could say it right, could they? Nice counter punching here from Marner. And there's no doubt that he's in charge once again in the round, but he's had to take a couple of hefty wallops.
I'll tell you, Keith Marner and Jonathan for the area title will be a good fight. Worth
Absolute
going
cracker.
up to Norwich to see.
Yes, well, it might actually be down this way.
Is that you speaking with your promoter's hat
I'm
on?
afraid so, yes. It's a fight I've got a lot of interest in. And of course, we may just bring that to you on BVTV. Nice round there, good round, hard work. But once again, got to give it to Keith Marner. And a great pleasure to have sitting next to me Mr. Vic Andretti, the former British light welterweight champion. Vic, how do you think this one's going?
Well, it's a very good technical fight. You know, they're both picking their punches, and but I think Marner's doing the better work rate. But, you know, he's in there, Roberts is in there with him, and it's a really interesting fight. Both good technicians. They've both got plenty of class, the boys.
Thank you, Vic. So there you are. The voice of an expert, Vic Andretti. Just and of course you fought at this weight, Vic, didn't you?
Yes, it was my old weight.
Yeah, and Vic's a bit far from the microphone, so we'll just assume he said yes.
Yes.
10 seconds.
What's that name of that bar you run, Vic?
It's the Ringside Restaurant. Very short to become a nightclub, TKO.
Well, you got close enough then, Vic. So round 3.
Steve, I've already plugged it for him.
So, in the yellow trunks then, Dowie Roberts from South Wales. Couple of rounds just behind against Keith Marner in this 6-3s. One of the chief supporting contests, of course. Oh, and this is lovely work from Marner. But he's got his chin out to dry, hasn't he, Ken?
Good body shots getting through there. That could weaken Roberts.
Just a wee bit concerned the way that Marner just hangs his chin out when he's working. Nice long left hand from Roberts. And again. Oh, a good body shot from Marner.
Come on.
And I think Roberts' manager, Cass Davis, might just get himself told off by the inspector in a second. Bit of coaching there from the corner. Won't be the first time, he says.
Yes, that's one of boxing's more controversial rules. Should it be decriminalised?
Yeah, I think it should actually, Ken. I think it's a lousy rule. If you're concerned with safety, there's nothing safer, surely, than a corner man giving advice.
As long as he isn't distracting his fighter.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, they can all be taught to learn to concentrate at the same time as absorbing the advice, so I can't see any distractions playing a part. Of course, we saw that. Oh, nice shot there from Roberts, and again. And you were so right, Ken. Roberts is always going to be in with a puncher's chance here. But that said, Marner can hit as well. And of course, we saw the ludicrousness of the situation in the Olympic Games, didn't we, Ken, when we worked in Barcelona? All those men getting thrown out of the corner for coaching.
Yes. But
fighters were coming back to nobody.
One never managed to get thrown out.
Yes. Nice work there from Keith again.
He's just that bit busier than Roberts, but Roberts, as we say, can always land that one punch, and that's really his big hope and probably his only chance of winning, other than possibly a cut eye.
And Dowie's one of those kids that's probably could be better than he is. In fact, considerably better, if only he just pay a bit more attention to his work.
Yes, if he could just up his work rate.
But he seems to be content to be a victim, doesn't he?
Well, possibly just hoping to land that big punch.
Good round again there for Keith.
Dominates his work.
So that's 3 on the spin then for Keith Marner. That was 3, wasn't it, Kim?
3 on the spin, yes. But you would have to say it's still a competitive fight.
It is a very competitive fight because, as we've always said, Roberts always in with a banger's chance. Very glad to say we've had a nice house turnout for this inaugural show at Spitalfields Market. Very odd venue, and very nice.
Well, we've been in some odd venues, haven't we, in our time, Steve?
Well, you have.
So have you.
Yeah, it's true.
I used to work here at one time.
Vic Andretti there, just interjecting. Were you a fish seller, Vic?
No, this was a fruit market. I was a fruit porter.
Here you are. Bit of history there, Vic Andretti, former fruit porter. Went on to become British champion.
But now a nightclub owner.
Yes, a nightclub in Shoreditch, I think.
2 minutes up the road.
So this is the halfway stage, and Keith Marner 3 rounds in front, but as you said, Ken, 3 very competitive rounds behind us. And Cass Davis now calling Roberts forward, so looks like Dowie just might be able to make the fight in this second half. Oh, nice work and good fight. The crowd enjoying this. Yes, and obviously the Roberts corner said, hey, don't just wait for him to come to you. Go looking for him. Try and be the boss.
Certainly having a better round.
Nice little counter there from Marner. Oh, good shot there from Keith. Well, these are good spells for Dowie Roberts, but you always feel, don't you, that he's being allowed to get away with it.
Yeah, you feel that Marner is ultimately going to prevail in this one.
But Roberts can make it close, that's for sure. Nice right hand work there from Keith Marner.
Yeah, he's starting to get on top in in half of this round.
Nice, nice.
Nice
Oh, and
short
again,
punches.
lovely right-left there from Keith. But there's no quitter in Roberts, is there?
Oh, game boy. As are most of the Welsh fighters, they always come to fight.
Yes, they're good value. Oh, lovely shot from Roberts. And he's just waiting for that one little chink in the armour, isn't he? And wallop.
There's Marner coming back again.
Clash of heads. An instant apology. Both men having a great deal of respect for each other. Nice to see, isn't it? Good
Well,
round
you would
there.
have to after a fight like this.
Well, in spite of the fact that Roberts had the best of probably the first minute or so, Marner's actually come back very well to take the round, hasn't he?
Yeah, at one point I thought it might have been an even round, but I think Keith Marner just, with his work in the last 30 seconds, just did enough just to take the round. But Dewi Roberts did put in a big effort, especially in the first minute of the round.
Yes. So we've got 2 rounds to go then to decide whether Keith Marner is going to win this one on points or Dewey's going to get, I'd say, I suppose, lucky. What a big shot. Although that said, Ken, he has landed enough of them, hasn't he?
He's always been looking to land that left hook of his. So you've got to say it's rather a pity that Keith Marner waited so long until he turned pro.
Yes. Yes, I tell you what, that former British champion Vic Andretti would have had his work cut out with these two.
Certainly would. They've got class, these two kids. They really put some good punches together. You know, they're thinking they're wet punches, they're looking, they're excellent fight. Really good.
And the interesting thing is that Marner, Vic, is 33 years of age, having only his 7th professional fight.
It's a shame he left it so late. He's a good fighter.
Thank you. And that looked like Dewey just, what was that? Was that a thumb in the eye or clash of heads or something? Oh, nice shot there from Marner. Yes, you'd think looking at him now he could box till he was 40, wouldn't you?
Well, it depends on how long and hard his amateur career was. It's amazing now fighters seem to be able to go on longer now because they don't have as many fights as the fighters in the old days.
Absolutely, yes. But then again, one day you just wake up, don't you, and it's just not there anymore. Not that you'd know, of course, Ken. Nice work, nice work. And once again, a great degree of sportsmanship between these two. Nice fight, good attitude.
Well, you've got to have respect for an opponent when a fight's as good as this. Possibly one of the things that non-boxing people don't realise.
Yes. Yes, they wouldn't understand, would they? And these two archers are going to have a drink together in the bar, and I tell you what, the winner will be paying.
Won't be you anyway.
And it's a shame that people, the general public, often get a misconception about fighters and attitudes. They see strutting champions giving all the mouth. But in fact, 99.9% of the game isn't like that at all, is it?
No, there's a very high degree of sportsmanship and respect amongst fighters. But unfortunately with television now, boxers feel they have to take part in a bit of a circus.
Yes, but we proved here on BVTV that we can bring you top-class boxing action and top-class sportsmanship too.
Even
Well,
when fighters get disqualified.
well, he wasn't too happy, was he, old Norman? I must admit, neither was I.
Weren't too happy.
No, neither was I must admit. But there you are. And referee Terry O'Connor really keeping his distance here. Rarely had to speak to these two.
Well, that's a sign of a good referee because we haven't noticed them.
Well, you can always see that belly in the background. And there's my Joe taking the card round. He started big school today, on a Friday of all days.
Very smart in his new uniform.
Oh, he looked great, didn't he?
10 seconds.
Sixth and final round then. And I just hope this one's appreciated by the crowd.
So crowd giving them a bit of applause as they enter into the final round.
Oh, nice shot.
Round stoppage in the first fight. Certainly those two deserve to go the distance.
Yes, and you must wonder. I mean, Ken, I just wonder, did I actually do this? Was I mad enough to go through this? Were you mad enough to go through this, Vic? When you think about it, can you really imagine yourself doing this?
My face is still smarting now.
Yes, well, it's me on occasion, Vic.
Yeah, it's a hard old game.
And this is a tough fight. And it's the kind of fight, I think, that Roberts is going to say to himself afterwards, hey, I might not have won that, but I'm not a bad fighter. And it might lift him up a couple of notches.
Well, he certainly deserves to. He's put everything into it. Cass Davis urging his man forward.
And I tell you what, Ken, if my money would reach, I'd throw a pound in here, in the ring after this. But I don't think it'll reach. I don't think the string's long enough.
I mean, the string might break.
Nice fight. Oh, good shot there from Roberts, but once again, Marner getting the punches home.
This actually is a fight which does deserve nobbins.
It is, isn't it? Nice shot there from Roberts, but you always feel that Marner's been in charge with that nice jab of his. Very corrective, isn't it?
Yeah, he is a good, classy fighter.
And if he does get himself a shot at the area championship, I tell you what, Jonathan Thaxter's going to have to be top-notch.
Yes, the youth of Jonathan Thaxter. Oh, good shot there from Roberts.
Yes, a cracking punch there from Roberts. Well, the bell's coming up to end this cracking six-rounder. For us, it's Keith Marner. And for referee Terry O'Connor too. Great fight there. And, well, Keith Marner fully deserves to take his record of 7-0 now. But what a great effort there from Dewi Roberts from Wales.
I wonder if he managed to get a share of the last round.
Quite possibly, actually. I think we'd probably do that. 60, 57 and a half, I would suggest. But a great effort from Roberts. And Cass Davis did a great job there motivating him. Good effort from Dewey.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 very hard rounds of boxing, the referee has scored the contest. Hughie Roberts 58.5 points, Keith Marner 59.5 points.
That's interesting. He gave 1 round against Marner, 3 against Dewi, and 2 even. Well, he was there, Ken. He was up close. He saw it, but the right man won.
I think Marner won the fight, and the referee. But it sounds a lot better than the scoreline we gave it.
Absolutely.
The fight deserved to be scored close.
It did, yes.
I think Marner
won pretty clearly. Yes, I agree with you, Ken. Well, we'll leave it there. Great effort there from Dewi Roberts. Good win for Keith Marner.